Right, Tszyu, mate, how you been? It's been a while.
It's been a hell of a ride. It's been a hell of a journey. But we're here now, huh? Fight week.
How's camp going? Any changes this camp? Anything different? Same as usual?
Yeah, boxing's quite. It's universal, So you do the same things over and over again, and you just hope to see progress in small little ways.
You look very relaxed. Small team here, very quiet, very subdued. Do you like it? You like it that way?
Yeah, it's what the gym's about, Just like a family environment. I've got the team here with me. There's a couple of us. I don't really have many outsiders. So yeah, keeping it simple.
A lot of criticism of the team, that sort of thing. How do you take all that? And no changes. What are your thoughts on all that?
I'm gonna prove that there was no need for that criticism. People always try to point fingers. Which I understand. The only finger that I was pointing at was myself, and that's it. So it is what it is.
What gives you sort of the confidence that Buckram was just sort of a one-off and you can bounce back in this fight?
I think it happened early. If I was getting dominated for a bit, but I wasn't. I got hit early in round two, nice and cold. And that's all. For me, it wasn't a stylistic or what I showed. It was the whole fight. I just showed heart, and that was just to try to get up each time. So that performance doesn't show anything on my side.
Expecting a big crowd in Newcastle. It's going to be a great atmosphere there. The atmosphere in Orlando was a little bit subdued. Even the ring walk was a little bit weird. Does that help you as a fighter when there's a big crowd behind you?
100%, man. I remember I didn't know what to expect in Orlando, but when I walked out, I was like, what the hell?
So was I.
I was like, what the hell? This is not... It doesn't feel like big-time boxing, We're fighting for a world title, yeah. In my head, what was going through my head was like, I'd rather be fighting in front of thousands, tens of thousands, and everyone going crazy, but fighting for no world titles than fighting for a world title like this. This is not what I came for the sport for. But yeah, it was different, and I'm glad to be back because Newcastle definitely brings it.
You described this fight as the most important fight of your career. Can you sort of expand on that?
Sink or swim, If I want to prove myself to be back on that stage, I have to demolish this guy. Demolish. You know the word? Demolish.
He said that all the pressure is on you in this fight.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Pressure builds diamonds, doesn't it? So, good. I don't feel it, but sometimes you need it.
Saw an article this week that you take some inspiration from Alex Volkanovski. What are your thoughts on all that?
Just the way he is, man. Just the way he is as a person, a fighter. And we're also on the same path of rising back to the top. So, there's only a couple of us Aussies that are in this top of position.
Jeff Fenech, he's had some comments recently. Any sort of response to those comments?
I don't know, what does he say?
He sort of said that your team are clowns, all that sort of clown noses.
I love Jeff. He's one hell of a guy. He's very opinionated, and each to their own.
Does it surprise you though that he was so sort of open about all that?
No, he's always been like that. It's good to hear people sometimes say what they have to say. It's good. There's a lot of opinions out there, a lot of different talk. Are they all correct? No. That's the truth. They're not all correct. But yeah, it's good.
Now, what is the main motivation in this fight? We keep seeing the media, they're talking about what's next and all this stuff. Does that annoy you?
No.
And what's the main motivation in this fight?
Get back to where I was heading. That's what I want. And just grow as a person.
So does it piss you off when we see articles come out, what's next and what Tszyu could do next?
Honestly, I haven't read one thing. I heard that there's talk about the Thurman fight. Good. Let them line up the future. But I'm only focused on Joey, and simple.
What did you make of his win over Brock Jarvis?
Thurman did alright. Did alright. It was he looked scrappy at first, but then look, I like Brock. He's a good kid, but there's levels. No
We see-
disrespect.
We see Nikita over there. How's he looking? Hand injury? Any update on him?
You're gonna have to ask him that yourself.
Can you get us an interview with him?
Okay, yeah, that's another tough one. if he allows you.
But it must be good in here. Family affair. Boris there, Nikita there, Igor.
You know what? It's good to have this man, Grandpa. My last couple fights, I haven't had him, so it's good to have him back. He went to every one of my amateur fights, and the only 3 pro fights he missed was the ones in America, 2 which didn't end up well. But yeah, it'll be good to have him by my side.
Is that a sort of travel thing, or what's
Yeah,
the?
just my grandpa's getting older. It's a bit hard with age now, so. But he'll be there in Newcastle.
All right. So
Running the show.
what's the next week look like? How do you switch off from this fight? What's the next week look like for you?
We play a bit of backgammon. We go for little walks, lose a bit of weight, maybe read a few books, watch a movie. Some new Netflix shows out there, so we're watching some stuff. Yeah, just take it easy. My head's not even in the fight right now. I'm not going to burn myself out thinking about something that's a week away. Just enjoying each moment.
Nice one. Appreciate it, bro.
Easy.